All right, your OBR training camp update here. I'm Mac Robinson, live in Berea, and taking you through today what my thoughts were and everything like that overall, and what some of the thoughts were from some of the coaches. And let's go ahead and get started by just talking about the fact that Odell Beckham really seems like he's got that chemistry going at Baker Mayfield. He's really had that coming along as training camp has progressed. But the main story here today, another receiver, Antonio Callaway, came in as the second team for the most part throughout this training camp, But really, what I've been able to see is the fact that he's really taken a few of those first team reps, and offense coordinator Todd Monken expanded upon that in the post-practice press conferences, And he really talked about the fact that Antonio Callaway came in a little bit out of shape, and because of that, he's been trying to fight his way back into that role. So you're going to see that progress as the preseason goes on for Antonio Callaway, facing a little bit of an uphill battle. Also taking on Derek Willis as well as Blake Jackson, who both have impressed me so far this preseason as well. But another few little tidbits and notes. As to the injury report, the normal guys that were in there: Kareem Hunt, Duke Johnson, Damian Ratley so far. Olivier Vernon has been on there the last couple of days, as well as Sheldon Richardson, and Trayvon Gray as well was in there in the bike crew, as I call them on Twitter. But in addition to that, we had the rookies talked about extensively by Steve Wilks, where he talked about Sione Takitaki. Takitaki's very aggressive, obviously, causing a few fights as training camp has gone on. But at the same time, he's really starting to get it. He's trying to rein in that aggressiveness a little bit. But on top of that, too, he loves what he's seen in the run game, Steve Wilks has. But in addition to that, too, his pass coverage skills have been coming along. And there's a little bit of a learning curve, in my opinion, when it comes to Takitaki, and you've seen that so far this training camp. Wilks also talked about Mack Wilson and praises athleticism in that second team and as that rookie kind of coming up as well. He also talked about Greedy Williams, and really that has been deliberate, having him go one-on-one against Odell Beckham day in and day out. That's really seemed to help him progress along as the preseason and as training camp has gone on. But finally, last but not least, Odell doing Odell things as well. He's really looked good out there. Rashard Higgins has been looking phenomenal out there in the orange and brown. And you guys can catch all of this, as well as our coverage from Fred Greetham, our great writers as well, on the Orange and Brown Report. And you guys can always find our stuff on our social media, Facebook, Twitter. Go ahead and like us on Facebook, Orange and Brown Report on Twitter at the OBR. And you guys can follow me on Twitter at Mac Robinson CLE. I'll have more for your update tomorrow from Berea.